In this lesson, you will learn about the method scientists use to perform their work. Science is the study of natural processes called phenomena, that we can see, hear, or touch. Science is very broad, and includes many branches. Biology, for example, investigates living things such as humans, animals, and plants. Another branch is physical science, which includes chemistry, physics, astronomy, non-living matter, and energy. The two key questions that all scientists ask are, why and how? Scientists also raise other questions about the world around them, and seek answers by making careful observations and calculations. This diagram shows an outline of the first part of the scientific method. The first step is to ask a question about some problem that has not been solved, or about a phenomena that has not been explored. The next step is to do background research, to learn what other scientists have done in the past to solve the problem, or answer the question. Once the background research is complete, scientists develop what is called a hypothesis. In science, a hypothesis is an idea or explanation that can be tested through study and experimentation. A hypothesis is something more than a wild guess, but less than a well-established theory. Once the hypothesis has been developed, scientists perform experiments, or tests, to determine if their hypothesis is confirmed, or unconfirmed. During the experiments, scientists observe, make measurements, collect, and record data in their laboratory notebook. Typically, the notebook entries are witnessed by another scientist, and the notebook pages are signed and dated. This diagram shows the final steps of the scientific method. The data that was collected from the experiments is analyzed, and the scientist draws conclusions from the results. If the hypothesis was not confirmed, the scientist performs additional experiments, tests, and measurements. The data is again analyzed, conclusions are drawn, and a new or modified hypothesis is made. Once the hypothesis is confirmed, the scientist and his colleagues publish the results in a scientific journal. Because of the complex nature of scientific research today, most scientists work in teams, so they all contribute to writing the journal papers. Scientists in other laboratories read the journal papers, and repeat the experiments to verify the results, and advance the scientific concept. Science is important because it provides the means to improve the way of life for current and future generations of people. For example, scientists develop new instruments, and surgical techniques to identify, and cure diseases. They create new products that improve communications, transportation, and entertainment. Scientists also ensure the cleanliness and safety of the environment. They also discover new drugs that improve and extend health. Science is at work in everyday life. For example, an automobile's operation involves many interrelated scientific principles from chemistry and physics. The calculator you use in class employs a combination of chemistry, physics, and electronic engineering. The computers in your classroom use complex mathematical principles, wireless communication technology, electronics, mechanics, chemicals, and more. Understanding science will help in your future endeavors, regardless of whatever they might be. This presentation was produced as a public service to help middle school and high school science teachers develop experiments and demonstrations that can be used in their classrooms. More science experiments and demonstrations are available on the Tops of Santa Clara Valley website, www.topsofscv.org. TOPS, Teaching Opportunities for Partners in Science, is a program aimed at stimulating greater interest in science by middle school students.